nobody can do anything about them. They'll be damn near above the law kind of thing. So don't put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I won't. But I did tell him I got approximately 10 people that I need to share it with. So the stuff that I know can't be said. I will put out what he has put out, which is niggas need to get their DNA markers. And that's all I can say. And I'm only saying that because he put that out there.
You said that real fast undercover, too.
Yeah, that's about it. But, let them go back. Let them go back and replay the broadcast. And hope I didn't say it too fast from here to there. It is what it is. Certain things I can't say because there's a lot of people listening. And everybody listening to this is not for the people or for the children. Some of these people don't give some of these people are the psychopaths and sociopaths I'm talking about. Or they're unwitting accomplices.
That's cool. Fair enough. It's just cute how you just slid on past us. But our sister is here, KJ. Hey, KJ, Harambe.
Harambe, my sisters. Peace. I see I was holding it down. Peace, my sisters.
Of course, we got to try to fill in your big space when you ain't around.
Exactly.
We got to fill in Empathy's big space when she ain't around.
Right.
Is what it is.
Right.
I told Peter, you got
to I hope we did well.
Say it again, sis?
I said, I hope you're proud of us. I hope we did well. So go ahead.
Yes, I'm pretty sure y'all did.
Now, I was going to say, if you got somebody in the chat room hollering, hey, Kate, Kendra, or whatever, so I just want you to let you know somebody in the chat room was hollering at you.
Hi, family.
Right. So, well, hey, my sisters, I hope you came to the table with some stuff. You got some news. What's going on?
Well, I don't know what all y'all have covered, but did y'all cover the teacher that was left alone in Arizona, in the Arizona prison?
No, let me tell you, actually, Dr. Yaffa was bringing awesome information. Let me tell her real quick, sis. Dr. Yaffa was bringing information about the military commission act, so a lot of stuff we have not even touched yet. So whatever you got, we probably haven't talked about it. Yeah. So come on with it.
Well, first story. A teacher at an Arizona prison was left in a room full of sex offenders before being stabbed and sexually assaulted by a convicted rapist, according to documents obtained by the Associated Press about an attack that highlighted major security lapses in the facility. The attack happened January 30th at the Eman Prison Meadows unit, which housed about 1,300 rapists. Is it Iman? Okay, Iman Prison Meadows. That housed about 1,300 rapists, child molesters, and other sex offenders. The teacher was administering a high school equivalency test to about a half dozen inmates in the classroom with no guard nearby and only a radio to summons help. The Department of Corrections issued only a bare bones press release after the attack, but the AP pieced together what happened. The AP pieced together what happened based on interviews and investigatory reports obtained under Arizona Public Records Act. After the last of the other inmates left, Jacob Harvey asked the teacher if she could open the bathroom and then attacked her. Records show that Harvey is accused of stabbing her in the head with a pen and forcing her to the ground and raping her. The teacher told investigators that she screamed for help, but no one came. Afterwards, Harvey tried to use, I like it. Harvey tried to use her radio to call for help. It had apparently been changed to a channel that the unit guards didn't use. This sounds like a setup, don't it? So the radio isn't set to a unit that isn't in use. You know, this whole thing sounds a little like setup is too, Dr. Yaffa, I agree. So Harvey let the woman use a phone according to the report. The person who raped her let her use a phone. Corbin, I don't know if I said that correctly, a former deputy warden at the prison said the assault highlighted chronic understaffing and lax security policies that put staff members at risk. Here you've got a guy that commits a hell of a crime and then put him into an environment that actually gives him the opportunity to do his criminality because of lack of staffing, said Corbin, who was deputy warden at the Iman prison in Florence until retiring in 2013, and the oversaw the Meadows unit for 19 months. State prison officials, however, dismissed the concerns. They say that the assault at the prison is about 60 miles southwest of Phoenix. Is a risk that comes with the job. Okay, they said, well, that's part of the job. I mean, if you take the job, you could possibly get raped or stabbed in the head.
Yeah, I can share some light on this because, I used to work there.
Oh, wow, sis.
Remember, she used to work in the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's why I know it's Iman. But let me tell you, and like I said, sometimes the stories don't be true or whatever. They be mixing stuff up. But that story sounds so true that it ain't even funny because I can tell you that they are way understaffed at the prison. I used to run one whole yard of 800, 900 men by myself. We're talking about murder. People don't kill 3 or 4 people. But they are very, very short on staff. And as far as the radio goes, it's not really that they set her up, but usually when the teachers come on when they come on the prison grounds to come in there, because they have classrooms in there, when they come in there, it's supposed to be 2 COs that stay with the teacher, but because there's not enough people there enough staff there, what they do is they give the teacher a freaking ass radio, and she goes on a different channel so it won't clog up the actual traffic in case some important stuff coming through on the regular traffic. It won't be clogged up with coming from the teacher. So that's what they're saying. Yeah, exactly. And that's why they're saying that it was on a different channel because of the fact that that's what they do, and they actually, and that's supposed to leave any non-CO staff without a officer. That is totally against the rules. So I like to see how this thing turn out. Real talk.
Right.
You gonna leave her with a classroom full of
she didn't die from the statement.
Racists and sex offenders. You gonna leave the prisons out here? There are several prisons out here that house nothing but sex offenders. It's like a whole yard of sex offenders.
1,300. It said 1,300 sex offenders is in the
Yeah, that should tell you a lot about Arizona, shouldn't it?
And that's only at that prison because each prison got their own.
And ain't that many niggas in Arizona either, okay?
A lot of niggas that's here in Arizona ain't from Arizona. They ain't from Arizona. A lot of the brothers here in house here are from other places, especially from Chicago. Whole lot of Chi-Town people out here.
There's a lot of niggas in Arizona, Chicago. So what you saying is just all the damn niggas and rapists is niggas? Is that what you're saying? Because you counted what I'm trying to say.
No. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they have each, I don't know about each prison, there's a lot of prisons out here, but a lot of the different separate prisons have their own, they have like different yards. They have a level 5 yard, which is like really like maximum, or they have a level 3 yard minimum or maximum, minimum, maximum, or they have like level 3, which is like in between, and they also have a sex offender yard as well. But what I said was that when you said a lot of niggas in the prison system, or not in the prison system out here.
I said ain't that many niggas in Arizona.
Yes.
You just didn't say, well, most people ain't even from Arizona, they're from Chicago.
Oh, right.
Oh, they're all a bunch of niggas. That's what you implied. I know you didn't mean to.
Okay, right.
That's why
there are a bunch of our people here in Arizona in the prison system, but what I was saying was they're not from here. they have a lot of people that's coming from Chicago
You missed my
and
point
different
again.
places like that. But they're not going to these sex offender yards. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying they're importing, because, you know, the prison system, they import inmates. They move them around.
I know that. We said that on there before, but you totally missed my point.
Oh, no, I got it now. I got it now. You talking about
no,
Arizona,
you don't,
period.
If you did, you might not have done that, but it's all good.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get it at first.
I don't think you did. I'll tell you off there what I was saying, since you missed the point.
I was going to say it again, sis. Say it again so I can be clear. Say it again so I can clarify it.
Look how many thousands of people they had in this sex offenders in this prison in Arizona. I said, well, it ain't even that many niggas in Arizona, so that should tell you something. And you jumped in to say, well, most of the people are from out of state and they come from Chicago. So everybody equates Chicago to niggas, so that's your way of saying most of these damn sex offenders are niggas. That's what you were saying. What I was saying was the damn opposite.
Right. I wasn't saying that
I know you didn't mean it to come out like that, but that's how it came out.
I read it all together, so it sounded like, but I was not saying that. That's not what I was saying. I was not saying that niggas come from Chicago.
That's how it sounded.
Yeah. So that's why I said we need to clarify it, because I don't want people to think that I'm saying that niggas from Chicago is out here on the sex offender yard. I thought I made myself clear, but I guess I read it all together. But it's all good. Listen, my family in Chicago, I'm a Chicagoan. I ain't saying
so
y'all.
It's still not clear. It's still not clear. So if you were there, who all is on the sex offender yard? No. Who all is on them sex offender yards?
People, me and
in Arizona prison, when you were there, who was the vast majority?
The majority race.
The majority of the whole prison system is pink folks out here. They're the majority out here.
And that's still the offender question.
It does.
That's the point I was making. When you
on the sex offender yard.
That's the point I was making. Who the majority of people are? You said, no.
Hold on for a minute, sis. Hold on for a minute. My family out
there,
I want all y'all, I'm talking to the family now for a minute. Y'all all close y'all ears. Let me and my sister clear this up so we can move on. The sex offender yard, the majority of the people on the sex offender yard, let's deal with the sex offender yard. The majority of the people, when I was working there, because I'm not working there anymore, so I can't speak for today, but when I was working there in that prison system, which has different yards, one of them being a sex offender yard, the majority of the people in every last one of those yards were Caucasian people. Bottom line.
That was the point I was trying to make. When you said, no, you're from out of state.
I know, but I'm putting up my stuff. You can do your stuff. I'm putting up my stuff. And so what I was saying was that the majority of the majority of the black people who are coming here are coming from other places. They import them in. And I was saying there's a lot of niggas from Chicago who are here in the prison system, but they either came out here, got in a little trouble. If they were back in Chicago, they probably would have got a slap on the wrist and been home. But out here, they capture your ass, they lock you up, and there you go for a few years. A lot of them have been imported in, but that does not mean that they are on the actual sex offender yard. It just means that they're here in the system until they get released and have to go back or whatever. So that's what I was saying. So if I misunderstood what Sis was saying, I said something different. I just wanted to clear up the part that I said different. Now, so that I took
Thank you. It's clear now. It's clear now.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to say it without saying it. That's the point I was trying to make without saying it.
Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it.
Most of the people on the sex offender yard in the Arizona prisons are so-called white folks. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, I agree. She's right. I agree. I agree. She's right. And most of the people,
unfortunately, our people are starting to grow a little bit more in that direction than we should be, but, you know, it is what it is. But that's only because you got to know the history.
Right.
That is true. We see so much of that, especially during Wait Till a Wednesday. We see so much. A lot of people just doing the most.
We lost our minds.
Serious talk. Like I was telling you earlier, Sis, about that the one brother that killed his baby. I think we talked about on Wait Till a Wednesday last week, if I'm not sure. I think it was last week. But people are killing their children and molesting and raping their children, and I'm talking about people that look like us.